speaking of great relationships, Larry, we have got an incredible friendship with our guests today, and I know that this is going to be a pun intended value-added episode for our friends out there. So why don't you introduce Lee and let's dive in.
Oh, well, actually, Lee's the second time around on Selling from the Heart, but Lee Salz and I our banter is almost constantly because Lee's a New Yorker, right? And I was raised in Southern California. So we got this whole Dodger Yankee thing going. And then his daughter chimes in with the Minnesota Twins because that's where Lee hangs out. So now I got 2 against 1, but Lee's just a kindred spirit. He's been on Selling from the Heart before. I mean, the guy's just a master of sales differentiation. So Lee Salz, we got to welcome you back to Selling from the Heart.
I'm honored. Love to be here.
Man, we're so glad you're here. And this is going to be a fantastic conversation today. Before we get to the topic of the day, I want to hear what you have to say on the question of the day. And the question of the day is simply this. Lee, what does it mean to you when you hear the words selling from the heart?
It's very simple. It's putting the needs of others ahead of yours. I've always told salespeople that if your objective is to make money, I mean, we've been told that if you're in sales, the correct answer, if a hiring manager asks you, so why are you in sales? You're supposed to say, because I want to make a lot of money. And I always tell salespeople, if you put the money first, you will fail. If you put helping people, helping them achieve their objective, whatever it is, if it's personal, like getting promoted, or helping them with a problem or a challenge they have in the workplace, the money will just follow. And by the way, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing, because by the way, I buy it because I'll ask sales teams, right? Hey, I'm just curious, why'd y'all get into sales? And the number's a number, whether it's 80% or 90% or something, they're all going to say because of money. And I get it. Yeah. But Lee, I mean, let's just throw this one out on the table because I'd be curious. So now I'm just that salesperson. I'm playing Debbie Dowder, right? You're going, right, that new salesperson, that struggling salesperson, or that tenured one's going to go, okay, Lee, right, I buy that, right? But I got to make some money because. So you're telling me we'll set that aside. Now I got to go do these other things. Why? Why do you think they struggle with that to the point where they just go, forget this, right? And I think they radio tune us out.
Yeah, and the comp plan's a mirage. If you try to work the comp plan and that's all you do, you're never going to make the money that you want to make. But if you put your prospects and clients in front and say, my job is to help them achieve their objectives, whatever that might be, the money it'll come. It's just a question of where you're going to put the focus.
That's fantastic. And the comp plan is a mirage because it's probably going to change.
Well, that's a whole separate conversation
about that.
Yeah, but I mean, those tiers
on your clients, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could certainly say, okay, that the whole numeric thing, I'm going to be robotic. I make this number of calls to get this number of meetings. And I believe there's 2 parts to sales success. There's the quantitative side, which is that model. But then there's the qualitative side. I ask salespeople all the time. I was in Dallas this week, and I asked the audience, I said, raise your hand if you love cold calling. How many hands do you think went up?
There's probably one crazy person who thought his boss was watching. Right? Yeah. No
none. It was none. And I said, but there's someone that hates it more than you. And it's the people on the other end of the phone who know the only reason you're calling is to sell them something they don't want, they don't need, so that you get a commission check.